Welcome back. This is our second tutorial on Delcam Power Mill. So in the first tutorial we have learned how to check the models. So once we decided the model is okay for machining, then we have to do next things. So first we will import the model by right clicking on model, click on EG, select the model, then share the model, isometric view. So next activity, once model is okay, then next activity will be to define the raw material, that is block. In Power Mill it is called as block. So by clicking on block you can define the raw material. If you directly click on calculate, it will automatically calculate the material as per your model. It will fit the model. And if you want to change the size of the material, before that you can make the block on off by clicking on this button. If block is not visible, you have to click on this button, or from this draw also you can make it on off. So if I want to change the size of the block, suppose I want size to be less in, so this is the XYZ direction are there. So horizontal is X, vertical is Y, this side is Y, and this side is Z. So in X direction, suppose I want to reduce the size of the block by 10 mm. So here you have that X, Y and Z. So here I can directly minus the X by 10. So I am making it 70 and max also 70. So here you can observe that the block size has reduced by 10 mm here. So in this way you can control how much it should be changed. So you can change the coordinates, XYZ coordinates, and as per that you can increase or decrease the block size. Suppose in Z direction, in max direction I want to increase by 10 mm. So I will make it 80. So in the Z direction you will have that it has increased by 10 mm. So block is above your model by 10 mm plus. So in this way you can manually adjust the block size as per your requirement, or if you want to, you can also adjust the block size using expansion. So if I say here calculate, so it is 0 to 0 feet now. Suppose I want to change the block, reduce the block size 10 in X and Y direction. So here I can lock the current size. So I have locked the Z direction. So I want to reduce the 10. So I will give here my expansion as minus 10, and here now I will click on calculate. So it has decreased the size of block in XY direction from four corners. So in this way also you can control the block size. Or suppose I want 10 plus in all direction. So I will unlock the Z and I will say calculate. So you have the plus block size in all the directions. So in this way you can control the block size. So you can define your raw material the way you want. So I will say it expansion 0, calculate, then accept. They apply the raw material. Then next step will be to create the tool. So first we want to do the roughening activity. So for just right click on tools, go to create tool and select the type of tool you want to create. Suppose I want to create a taper tip. I want to create a tip radius tool. So I will say tip radius. Then I have to define here the diameter of the tool. Suppose I want to tool of 30. Then my tip radius is suppose 5. Then here you have to give the proper name to the tool, so that if there are 50 tools are there, you should able to recognize this particular tool. So I will give, suppose for this tip radius you can use the nomenclature like TR for tip radius, then you can say 30 R5. So in this way you can give a proper nomenclature is very important, so that you can recognize this locker later on. So in this way tool has been defined. Then next activity is to define the strategy. So from toolpath strategies, before that you have to define the speeds and speeds. feeds and speeds for the your particular that strategy. So here you can define the spindle speed. Then this will be the cutting feed rate. What is the cutting feed rate that you have to define here? Then plunging feed. So this will be the feed when tool enters inside the material. So it will be the spindle speed RPM, spindle RPM. Cutting feed, the material will be cut at that feed rate. Plunging feed is when tool is entering in the material. At that time, what should be the feed rate? And then skim feed rate is movement of tool in at what speed tool will move in air. So that will be the skim feed rate. You can either define the cutting conditions or you can also define the tool or material properties. So as per that, these cutting conditions will be adjusted automatically. Just say accept. Then take the toolpath strategies. Suppose for roughening, they called Power Mill called it 3D area clearance. Roughening strategies are defined as 3D area clearance. Suppose I will take this offset area clear model. Okay. Okay. So this dialog box is here. So here you can define, you can from here you can change the tool if other tools are available, or current tool you can edit from here, or you can create new tool from here also. You have to give some good name to it, proper name. Suppose I say rough 30. Then you have to define here the tolerance. Your machining should be at what tolerance. Then you have to define the thickness here. Thickness is basically the material left after the running of that particular strategy. So it will be used for the finishing strategies. So as per that you have to define, suppose I want to run two finishing strategies, two semi-finish and final finish. So I am keeping here a zero point 0.5 as a thickness. Then here you have to define the step 4. So step 4 will depend on, step 4 is basically the gap between two cuts. So spacing between the two cuts. So step 4 will be as per your tool, it will vary. So normally 60-70% you can keep for tip radius tool. Suppose I say 25 is my step 4. Then step down. Then that means after completion of one level, if you want to enter into second level, by how much distance it should go down. So that is step down. So here you have to keep suppose 0.2, 0.3 as per material and tooling size and RPM. All those factors are responsible for decision of step down. So as per your experience, you have to take the step down, proper step down. So for this particular reason, I am taking 1 so that it don't take more time for calculation. But practically 1 is not feasible. That you have to keep in mind. So once basic parameter are defined, then just click on apply. So it will calculate the tool path. It is still calculating. Okay, so it is almost final. So in this way, this toolpath has been generated here. So here you can see the toolpath by making the model of. So in this gray color is block, wireframe is there. So in this way, this particular toolpath is created. Now to visualize this toolpath, how this toolpath will run for visualization, how to do that visualization, that we will see now. So we will make the model on. So for that visualization, you have to click on this view mill on. Just click on view mill on. Then select the type of visualization you want to do. Suppose I want to do a rainbow shade image visualization. Then click on that. Then select here the toolpath. For which toolpath? For Rough 30 I want to view the visualization. And just click on this run button. So it will play the visualization. So it will show you how the machining will be performed. So you can increase or reduce the speed using this button, speed of the machining. So in this way it will show you the complete machining up to the best possible. As per the tool size it will keep the material. So wherever tool entry is not possible, it will keep the material as it is. You can to come out you have to click on this exit view mill, halt view mill and simulation, yes. Then if you want to do the simulation from start again, now tool has entered inside the material. So just click on this tool path, right click on rub 30 and say again simulate from start. So it will come back to 00 position. Then just say view mill on suspend. Suppose I want in some other format. So here is no image is there, so it will not create any image. It will in wireframe only it will show the how it is doing the machining. So it will not create any graphics image like previous simulation. So this is a no image simulation. Then next is dynamic simulation. So in this way you can view the different simulations here. Dynamic simulation is there, plain image is there, then this machining image is there. So you can click on those buttons and you can see the respective simulation. So in this way we have completed our this tutorial. Thanks for joining.